Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, today in this use case, I'm going to show you how we can read a data from the Excel, how we can filter a data from the Excel, how we can put a left join on the data, how I can preserve the format of the Excel file, how I can append a data, and how I can use a substring. There are a number of things you are going to learn in this particular use case. Now, what is the use case? First, let me describe it by step. So basically, the bot have to read the input setup file from respective folder. Now we have this folder here, which is use case get data from multiple sheets. Okay, let me close it for now. It have basically two files. One is input setup and one is output. Now, so this is clear, right? Let's move to the next part. Read result sheet and the raw data sheet. Now bot have to read the result sheet and the raw data sheet one by one. After that, filter a data from result sheet where case compared is auto setup. Now you see we have some data here where you see in the case compared column it have a values auto setup, no setup. Now bot have to filter out only those values from the result sheet which have auto setup, which have auto setup. Now put the left join on filtered result data and raw data sheet. Now after filtering out this data, bot have to put a left join on the result sheet and the raw data sheet on the basis of the account number which is present in both the sheets, now get columns from result data sheet, which is account number, chapter, investor ID and term digit. When bot puts the inner left join on result and raw data, so bot should pick account number, chapter, investor and term digit itself from the result sheet, and get columns from raw data sheets is t, full name, t state and zip, and bot have to pick a remaining columns which is t full name, t state and t zip from raw data sheet. This is raw data sheet. After that, create an output file. As the output file will look like this, where it have account number, chapter, investor ID and term digit from column from result sheet, account number, chapter, investor ID and term digit, and t full name, t state, t zip, t full name, t state and t zip should come from this raw data. Now order can be changed. You see the order is changed here. The account number, chapter, investor ID, term digit is on column GH, but here in the result sheet you see it is on the CD column. So yes, this is the format basically we want. The columns position should be changed. Now account number, chapter, after account number, chapter, t full name, t state and t zip should come, which is coming from the raw data sheets basically, and investor ID, term digit is coming from the result sheet. Now you see some of the columns in between, which is trustee code and status and remarks. Let me open the output file basically. So these columns are cleared, right, till this part. Now which the columns which is highlighted in green is the columns which bot is adding at runtime: status, remark and trustee code. Now status remark will be empty initially, but trustee code, how this trustee code is creating bot. So to create a trustee code, okay, so you see notice trustee code, status, remark column bot have to add at runtime. Now find trusty code. So tr will be hard coded, then plus t state, then it have to append t state and then first 6 digit of t full name. So you see tr is hard coded, then it is picking a t state, after that a six digit of t full name. This is how the trusty code is what is created. Now to implement this whole use case, let's move to the studio. So I'll tell you step by step. So I've used the Excel application scope where I'm passing the input setup xlsx file, which is this file. After that, a read range is used for the result sheet. It is reading a result sheet and storing a data into dt result. This sheet, let me open the Excel file also for more clarity. This result sheet bot is reading this result sheet and putting a data into dt result. Now till the here it is clear, right? Now I have used filter data table because I want to filter only those rows which have a case compared as auto setup. Now I have passed the dt result here and I'm storing a output in the same data table which is dt result. So anyways, when I'm filtering out with the auto setup, we will have a three data 1 2 3, because at on 3 rows we have auto setup values in case compared column. After that, when we have the values or the rows which have auto setup values in it, then bot have to read a raw data sheet, which is the second sheet. Now bot is reading this whole sheet. After reading the raw data and storing it into a dt raw data, after that the next step is bot have to put a join basically. So you have to drag drop a join data table basically here, and when you clicks on this, you have to pass a dt result, which is the first data table you can say, and this is dt raw data. This is for result sheet and this is for raw data sheet. Similarly, I pass a data table in data table 1 dt result, and in data table 2 dt raw data. I am storing the output in dt new data, and the type I have selected as left join. So whichever data present in the result sheet, whichever data present in the result sheet which have auto setup, this we have already filtered out. Just to remind you that we are only filtering out the only uh, playing on the auto setup data. So the bot have to pick all the data from here which have auto setup, and we're going to look in the data into raw data sheet. So first it will check, okay, 889, is it present in raw data? Yes, it is present. So bot will going to read a respective column values, which is Gaurav, UP, and this 34567 zip code. Similar way, it will come for 7676. It will check, okay, 7676 is present raw data. Yes, it is present. It will pick these values. Next, it will check for 777. Sorry, it will not check this because this is no setup. This is for no setup. Now the bot will go for next, which is 767. Now you see 767 is not present here, but as I am using a left join, the bot will going to pick all the data from here, and on the remaining columns, which is t full name, t state, and t zip, the bot will put nothing. It will be empty. So this is what the left join will do. Now I have put a left join on column table 1, which is account number, and column table 2, which is again the account number. Now column table 1 means a column of data table 1. Column table 2 means uh, a column of data table 2. So in at both places I have same name, account number. So that's why I have used a same name at both places and use the operation as equal to, because when both the values get matched, only then bot have to pick those data, but on the basis of left join. We have to remember this. Left join means everything which is on the left side will come as it is, and to the on the right side it will match the data. Whichever data is matched, it will have that respective values of the matched data, and whichever data is not matched, then for those it will, I mean, put a empty values. We will see it. Now after that I have used a filter data table again on dt new data. Dt new data is coming from here, you see, in the output data table. dt new data, and I'm filtering the result itself in dt new data. I have not created any new variable. Now I'm keeping, okay, I have put the condition in filter road, which is account number is not empty. Account number is not empty means I want those account number which is not empty, right? And right now if you see in the file, there is no sh account number which is empty, so every account number have some values in it, right? So still for the safer side I have uses like account number is not empty. If some some values are present here which is not having any account number present, then the bot should ignore it. When you go to the output columns, you are in the filter rows. Now I'm going to the output columns. I want only these columns, you see. So whichever columns I required, I am only going to put those columns like account number, chapter, T full name, T address, T state, T zip, investor ID, term digit. I only need these columns. So I am putting all those columns here. This, you see the serial, the same serial you will see in the output file. Account number, chapter, after chapter the full name, address, date, zip is coming, then investor ID and term digit. Hope this is clear. Now let's move to the next part. After that, once we have filtered out the columns also, that okay, we need only those columns to be present in the output file. After that, I told you like there are 3 more columns in the output file. Let me open the output file. This is the output file. You see 3 more columns are there: trustee code, status and remark. So I have to add these columns also, right, which I have not done yet. So for that I have used invoke code, and inside the invoke code, first let me click on edit arguments. I am passing a dt new data to this inside the invoke code, which is in underscore new data. Inside in underscore new data I am passing dt new data. Now let me click on the edit code. I have to write down in the way like in underscore new data dot columns dot add, which column I have to add trustee code, on which position, on 5th position. Now if you want to understand this ordinals part, you can watch one of the my videos on ordinals, where I have shown how to add a respective columns in between, how this particular ordinals work. So I have put set ordinal file. That means the bot will going to put a trustee code on the 5th position, which is 1 2 3, okay, 0 1 2 3 4 5. It starts with the 0, that's why. So it is putting it on the 5th position. So that's what I have defined here. And status is on 8th position and remark is on 9th position. Let's count it from here. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Status is on 8th position and this is on 9th position. Now I have added the columns also. Let's move to the next part. After adding a columns to dt new data, everything I am doing at runtime, right? I have not placed it back to Excel file yet. But now if you see, I have already created the new columns, and I have also serialized the columns and which columns I wanted. So now what I want, what I'm doing next to this step is I'm putting a dt new data to output file. dt new data to output file. Let me go to the properties. Here I have checked the add headers because I want only those columns to be present there, which I have extracted from above. After that, once I have put the data, I am reading that data again. I am reading that. It's all up to you. If you don't want to do this step, you can directly start working on this dt. This is the extra step I have added here just for safer side, that I am putting a data back to Excel file, and then after that I'm reading it back to it into the one of the variable which is dt new data. In the same variable I am basically placing a data. Now this step, it's all up to you if you want to do it or not, because anyways in dt new data you have all the relevant columns and a new columns to it, so you can use this step or you can skip this also. Now what I'll do after that, I'm going to iterate on a dt new data. Now why I'm iterating this dt new data, I'll tell you why. Because when the bot reads this data, this one account number, it has some preceding values. You see 00 or two preceding zeros here. Now when bot reads it, it will read only this thing. It will store it into the data table only this particular value. It will skip the preceding zeros. Now that's the problem come when I put the data back to the file, which on the output file, the bot will not have this 00 to it. So that the format should remain same, what I have done, first I have just retrieving the loan number with the help of current row, then writing the column name which is account number. After that I'm just checking, okay, if loan number dot length is less than equals to 9, anyways it always have a 10 digit loan number. If it is less than equals to 9, then bot have to change the format of it, means it have to make a format. So for to change the format, what you have to do is you have to write down current row account number dot to string, then in the bracket convert into integer, and that dot to string you have to write the format. Now I have a 10 digits here. I have 10 digits here in the account number. These are the 10 digits. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 10 digit, right? So that's why I have given, okay, let me not close it, 10 digits I have, so 10 0 I have provided here. So whenever the bot will have a 6 digits only, it will automatically adds a 0 to means preceding 0 to that value to make it a 10 digit. After that, once I am storing it in the loan number, this is a string type variable, then I am appending a single colon to it. How I am appending, why I am doing this a single colon, because when it is putting back to the Excel file this thing, so it will look like this. You see it have a single column. When we click on this, it have a single colon. So this is something so that the format will remain same for this. So I have added a single quotation in the double quotations. Then after that, once I have a loan number, I am putting back to the current row. You see I am putting back to the current row dot account, sorry, not dot but current row in the brackets account number. This is the way to update the basically a particular column value on a respective row. Now this on the current row, whichever value is coming, I am just updating it. I'm just updating it. So now the bot will have a value as, okay, let me show you in the notepad. So initially when the bot reads the Excel file, let's assume there is 1 2 3 4 5 6, sorry, 10. Let's assume this is the loan number which have a 10 digits. Initially when bot reads from the Excel file, it will have the loan number will look like this. It will have values 8765, means it will ignore these zero zeros. So I have changed the format. So after changing a format, the loan number will look like this at a runtime, means in one of the variable. So I want to put it back to the Excel file, so that's why I have used this thing, and then this loan number I am putting back to the current row account number. So similar thing I have done, formatted. First I have formatted, putting that format to the loan number, that is a string type. Then I am appending a single quotation to the loan number and putting back to this data table basically, or a current row. Now once this is done, the formatting is done for loan number. Now you see trustee, I am just storing the trustee state in one of the variable, which is string type again, and storing a t full name. T state and t full name, why I am storing, because I want to create this particular step where tr plus t state plus first 6 digit of full name. So that's why I am just retrieving t state and t full name, and this will be hard coded, right? So that's why I've stored it into the trustee state and trustee full name variables, which is of string type. Now I have used one step here, which is string dot is null or empty trust full name, and string is null or empty for trustee state, which I have used not here because that I want the bot to come in this particular then condition when the both trustee full name and trustee state should have some value in it. When it have some value in it, what I have right now, I have written as a trustee full name dot length is greater than 6. When it is greater than 6, only then bot should go ahead and use this logic to append, like tr will be hard coded, then trustee state will remain same, then trustee full name dot substring from 0 to 6, because name can be anything, like it can be of 8 digit or 10 digit, but I only want a 6 digits. That's why I've used as trustee full name dot substring from 0 index to 6. Let me open it one more time. So it is written as trustee full name dot substring from 0 to 6. It means that it starts from the 0 and it will take a 6 length, means 6 length it will take. Similar way, when it's a Gaurav here, Gaurav, start from 0, index, is 0 index, right? And then it will take a length as 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we'll store means it will take a 6 digits from that particular value. Now I hope this is clear. Now if it is length is greater than 6, this is fine, but what if it is means this is less than 6, then it should put the same trustee full name. If it is less than 6, it is 5 4 3 or 2 digit sorry characters, then what the bot should do, bot should put exactly the same name. Only when the digit is more than 6 characters, only then bot should pick the 6 digit in that case. Or if the name have a less characters, I'm calling it digits every time, sorry for it. So less characters means it can, the name can be Anas, which have a less characters, 1 2 sorry 1 2 3 4, it have a 4 characters, right? So what should include this name, the whole name. But if it is like Chaudhary Chaudhary, then it have to pick only 1 2 3 4 5 6 till dh, it have to pick, it have to ignore this. So that's why I have written this particular condition. Now this is clear for trustee code, but if this is empty, then it will come here and put a trustee code as empty. And the last basically I have to put this trustee code into the current row trustee code. Anyways, I have to update the current row also every time, right? So I have updated this trustee code. Similar way, I have updated here the loan number also. You see, I have updated the loan number also. Here I have updated the loan number, and here I am updating the trustee code. For zip also we have to do the same thing. When zip length is less than equals to file and not string is null or empty, means zip should have some value in it, it should not be empty. And if it is less than equals to 5, anyways the zip code should always be a 6, right? But if it is less than equals to 5, then the bot should add a preceding 0 to it. Similar way, current row, then tzip dot to string, then cint converting to integer and just changing the format to this, which have a 5 zeros in it. Similar ways, then once I have stored this particular data in zip, then I'm also appending a single quotation to it and putting back to the current row tzip. Don't use a dot to string here. Some people write dot to string, so that is totally wrong. It will not going to store the values. I hope this is clear, right? Now let me run the bot. Before that, let me clear the output file. Okay, now let me run it. Okay, let's see the output. Hmm. So you see the 00 is present here. The when bot puts back the data, it still have these preceding values. Apart from this, we have, you see, we have 3 account numbers which have the status auto setup. Basically it picks from the result sheet. You see chapters 1 to 2, it is present. Investor ID is also present, term digit is also present. But for 767, you see 767, let me open the file. For 767 in the results, this data is present, chapter, investor and term digit, but in the raw data 767 is not present. So that's why you see the columns in the output sheet is, sorry, these values is blank, and rest of the thing is updated correctly. Now it has appended the TR UP Gaurav, TR Delhi, then Rahul, and this is also correct, right? Account number. So this is how you can achieve this particular use case. Try out by yourself, and if you face any issue you can let me know. Okay, this is it. If you want to see it in a debug mode, I can show you. Uh, let me show you that also. It is reading the Excel file. Okay, okay, this is something with the Excel. It is actually expired. Now let me retry it. Let me put the breakpoint here actually. Now first it will read the result sheet. I'm retrying it because my Excel is expired, so that's what creating problem. Once it is result is read, we can see the output also. If you want to see the output, the property, see this is the data stored in dt result, right? In the immediate window, just write down dt result. It is printed here. Now you see it is having no setup also, but when I do step into, now if I check the dt result again, dt result again, you will see I have only auto setup data now. because I have put the condition that I need only auto setup data. After that, I'm reading a raw data sheet. Let's see the raw data sheet data also. Data, raw data, dt raw data. Now this is the data we have in the dt raw data sheets. After that, let's do step into. Now this is something a join, right? And it is storing a data in dt new data. Let's see the output of this also. dt new data. It have a lot of columns. You see account number, chapter, investor, digit, account number again. This is for the this account number is for result sheet, and this is for second one is for raw data. All the columns it have, because we have not yet filter out the columns, so that's why it has appended all the columns. Not appended, but it has merged all the columns. Now till here you see both the columns, means from both the sheets is coming. Now when I do the filter data table, now after filtering data table, you see I've already set the sum of the columns, so only these columns should be reflected. Let's see, because anyways I'm storing it into the same dt new data as output. So let me check dt new data. Now you see only account number, chapter, full, zip, investor, only these columns are coming now. Earlier there was all the columns are coming from result sheet and raw data sheet, but now only the columns that we have defined here in the output columns is coming. Now you see right now it is not having any invest, trustee code, status and remarks columns. This code will going to add it. Okay, now let's see, it is executed invoke code dt new data. Now you see trustee code and status remark is added, but the values are blank, you see, because I have not added any trustee code values yet. It will be in a loop. Basically I'm going to add it in the loop. Let's move next. Now I'm putting this data back to the excel file, putting it into the excel file. Now here I have put the data. I'm reading the data again and start it reading a data. Now let's see the loan numbers. The loan number is coming as 889 for the first time. Now that's what I was talking about. You see the zeros is not coming. The zeros is not coming. When I'm putting back it to the excel file, you see zeros are not there. That's why I read this excel file again and start iterating each rows just to correct the formatting. Now this you can do from Blinky also, but just to if you know it, like Blinky is little difficult to implement, but yeah, you can use this looping concept also. So you see now the length is less than equals to 9, because if you see the length of loan number dot length, it is 8, right? So that's why it is coming inside it and changing the format. Now you see the loan number, now it is having 0 to 8. Till here the part is executed. Let's move to the next part. Now it is also updated to the data table. Similar way it will go ahead and store the trustee state and full name into the variables. I'm not printing out for now. And as the length is, means this is greater than 6, and only it will come here, but it is actually equals to 6, so that's why it is coming here. The length, let's see the length first. Trustee full name dot length, so it is 6 is coming, so that's why it is coming. If 7 8 9, if any, that if it is greater than 6, basically it can be 7 8 9 or 10, whatever, then it will come to the then condition, but for now it is coming 6, that's why it is coming here. Okay, now it will going to update a trustee code. Now the trustee code will look like this, which has tr, up, state, and this is full name. Let's move ahead. Trustee code is updated to the current row. Similar for zip also. This, it runs in a way, it is picking the second loan number. Now I'm running it, and you see earlier it is not having zeros, but when it is putting back the Excel file data, sorry, the data table, it is putting back to the Excel file. So now it is having a zero in it. In the end I'm doing that, maybe I have not shown you, but here you see I've used the right range to put back all the dt new data. So dt new data we have already updated here inside the for each loop, and we are putting back to the with the help of right range into the Excel. So this is the whole use case. You can try out this use case. It's like it's little complex for the beginners. Definitely try out. If you have any issue, let me know. Thank you so much for watching my video. Have a great day.